If I haven't met you before, welcome. Quality is key when it comes to teaching, and in today's video I'll walk you through my journey of the issues I've had when first starting to teach online, when COVID hit and we were all forced into hiding for a while. And hopefully you can take something away from this video and place it into your own teaching practices. With that, let's get on with it. So today I'll talk about the journey I took into the slippery slope of audio, and in particular, microphones. I'm going to cover the 3 different microphones that I tried and go into some detail of the issues I had and how I came to decide on the ones I use now in particular. Firstly, let me just make it clear I'm no expert. I'm an idiot who knows bits about tech, and when it comes to audio quality, I have nothing but my ears to help me and other YouTube content to guide me as well. The first thing I tried to get the best quality I could to keep my students engaged while I was teaching, and all quality comparisons will be done as we go through each in particular microphone. When I was first forced to teach online, I had the internal webcam microphone and quickly realised that this was not good enough, and with that I purchased my first external microphone. So here we have the Movo VXR-10. This is a universal video microphone that comes with a shock mount and a TRS cable. It looks a lot like the Rode Video Micro, but at a fraction of the cost at the time. In 2020, this just cost me 25 of my British pounds, while the Rode Video Micro was a staggering 60. Today, there is nothing much in them both, and the Movo being £29.99 and the Rode £34.99. If those were the prices in 2020, I would have bought the Rode, no problems. But budget is always a factor. This is an impressive little tool as it came with the microphone, the TRS cable, a shock mount, and the WSG5 furry windscreen. It looks kind of like a Tribble from Star Trek, so I kind of worry that feeding it might produce a few more. In all, this is really easy to operate, as all you need is one cable. You just plug it straight into your computer's microphone port, either through the front of the computer or the back, if you have one on the front. You then need to go into your sound settings in the control panel and change the levels and boost the gain slightly. And here is what the Movo VXR-10 sounds like compared to my normal microphone. The Ministry of Truth, Min-Tru in Newspeak, was startlingly different from any other object in sight. It was an enormous pyramidal structure of glittering white concrete, soaring up terrace after terrace, 300 metres into the air. From where Winston stood, it was just possible to read, picked out on its white face in elegant lettering, the 3 slogans of the party: war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. Next up is the wireless microphone. I bought this one as the Movo is very directional, and you got some quiet parts if you moved around a lot. As you can see, I'm quite animated, so it made sense to get a wireless microphone. So I made this purchase to the FULAIM WM300. This is a 20-channel lavalier lapel microphone, which retails at around $46.99. This was a great little microphone. It has a rechargeable battery, so you don't need to worry about batteries all the time. It uses USB to be able to charge that. The downside to this is that the charge time from switching them on to them needing a recharge was about 2 hours. And teaching for several hours at a time meant it ran out of juice well before I'd finished my classes. But it gave me some freedom when it came to movement, as I am very animated, as you can see. Again, very similar to the Movo, as you only need one cable. The wireless receiver doesn't plug into anything other than the microphone. You have a TRS cable that plugs into the receiver pack, that plugs into your computer's microphone port. You then switch them both on, they pair themselves, that's it, you're done, you're ready to go. The 2 arrow keys change the gain of the microphone and basically increase the volume. The wireless pack itself is somewhat flimsy, and I thought for sure it would break the minute I pushed it onto a thick belt, but it held and worked quite well. The wireless pack itself is easy to configure. If you have some interference, you can then change it by using the power button. This then changes the channel and you can get rid of said interference. The receiver automatically then changes as well. A long press on the pack of the power button then shuts it off for later. The really good thing about this is if you have a small power bank, you can charge it at the same time as using it, so you can extend the battery life for some considerable time. The microphone is an omnidirectional one, and it's very reminiscent of the Sennheiser ones, even down to the screw thread to lock it to the pack itself. And here is what the microphone sounds like compared to my normal microphone. The Ministry of Truth, Min-Tru in Newspeak, was startlingly different from any other object in sight. It was an enormous pyramidal structure of glittering white concrete, soaring up, terrace after terrace, 300 metres into the air from where Winston stood. It was just possible to read, picked out on its white face in elegant lettering, the three slogans of the party. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. And the final microphone I'm going to cover today is the Neewer NW-410 XLR pencil microphone, which retails at about $97.99 at the time of filming. However, this is a twin pack, so it comes with two. And you get loads of different options in the actual case. You get the two actual pencil microphones, as well as two holders. You get lots of different capsules. You get two cardioid capsules, two omnidirectional ones, and two supercardioid capsules, as well as two pop filters as well. The only problem with these is that they actually require phantom power to make them work and XLR cables to plug them in. Not as simple to get working as the other two, where you literally just plug in one cable, it's done. So what I did is I paired these, after some research, with the PreSonus Revelator IO24. It's got two inputs, but that's all I needed. This then provides me with the phantom power I need, and also the interface to allow the computer to accept the data for processing. The microphone's really good, well put together. They have an aluminium construction which makes them really lightweight. They're also small, unlike a normal shotgun microphone which can be quite long, and if you have a small space they can seem very imposing, can the full-size ones. So these being very small are around about 13 centimeters to about 5.1 inches. It's really convenient for small offices. The best part of the microphone is the interchangeable capsules, where you have the three different ones for the types of pattern you need. Don't ask me what all this means, other than you get different sound pickups depending on which ones you use. I use the cardioid capsule, as that one seems to get rid of most of the background noise. I have heard of something called noise floor, but again, I'm an idiot and I have no clue what that means. I just know that this microphone actually produces some of the better sound quality that I've heard in a long time, and it's always really clear. And here is what the Neewer NW-410 sounds like. The Ministry of Truth, Min-Tru in Newspeak, was startlingly different from any other object in sight. It was an enormous pyramidal structure of glittering white concrete, soaring up, terrace after terrace, 300 metres into the air. From where Winston stood, it was just possible to read, picked out on its white face in elegant lettering, the three slogans of the party. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. So in conclusion, it was obvious to me that the sound quality was much better the more money you actually spent. Makes kind of a lot of sense really, as you get better quality. But the more you spend, the more complicated the actual setup and configuration really is. I found that using the Neewer NW-410 with the PreSonus IO24 was quite easy. It took a few tries and some setup videos to get the sound right, but I like tech, so therefore I found it pretty easy to navigate once learned. I found that the Neewer NW-410 produced a better sound recording quality, not just for my teaching, but also for the videos I'm producing now, so really it's money well spent. If you want to start out with one of these three, then you can't go wrong with the Movo VXR-10 microphone. Really easy to set up. Or maybe spend that few pounds more and get the Rode Video Micro, seeing as they're both roughly the same. So there you go, a nerd at work. I hope you found this video interesting, and please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all next time.